The Dragon Ball series has had a troubled history in video games over the years, with very few of them standing out as good games. However, Arc System Works brings us Dragon Ball FighterZ, a 2.5-dimension fighting game that looks to be something truly new and amazing in the Dragon Ball franchise. There are two main modes that players can play by themselves, the story mode and the arcade mode. The first one you'll most likely play is the story mode. It features a brand new story that takes place during Dragon Ball Super, featuring all of our favorite characters. The story is quite fresh, and each of the three arcs that take place during it are interesting in their own right, despite following the same path pretty much all the time. The characters are all well written as well, speaking within their perks and well known ideals. And while I appreciate the feature to choose between the Japanese and the English voice cast, the English cast sounds a bit bland and off. The story mode is also hampered by a lot of repetitiveness and poor pacing due to having a map turn based system that has you fighting a lot of the same clones over and over again. It's truly sad that a decent story like this feels like a grind to play through. The arcade mode is another mode that is a ton of fun, having you fight against hard AI opponents to move up the ranks to fight other harder opponents. Both these modes are worth checking out, especially as they present good ways to get better at the game.
They surprised you. There are loads of those clones all over the place now.
Multiplayer has become an integral part of modern fighting games, and FighterZ is no different. The beta for the game had problems with its online mode and connectivity, but thankfully these problems seem to have been fixed, as I had no problem finding a match within a minute or so of waiting. Neither have I dealt with any lag during a match. My only major issue I have with anything multiplayer is the fact that the main menu is actually an online lobby that you have to connect to. Because of that, it can sometimes take a while to get to the menu or other modes in the game. Other than that, FighterZ is another fighting game with great online multiplayer. FighterZ's combat mechanics shadow the show's combat expertly well. First, we were given 24 characters we have gotten to know from the shows, like Goku, Vegeta, etc. Each of the characters' moves and abilities fit them to a T. Another great thing is that all the characters feel usable. Even the usually useless Yamcha is a very decent character to use. I also found the combos quite easy to learn, especially compared to other games in the genre. All this in mind, FighterZ not only stands out with its gameplay among Dragon Ball games, but among the whole fighting genre. Dragon Ball FighterZ impresses right off the start with its colorful art style and look that almost feels like it was taken out of the shows. The sound design is also perfectly reminiscent of the show as well, with the punches teleporting and key waves sounding perfect. The soundtrack also fits seamlessly, sounding exactly like I would expect from a Dragon Ball episode or game. However, a major issue I had while playing the game was the loading time between the menus or even between matches. This was definitely an annoyance, especially playing online since I was switching between the lobby and playing matches. While I think it's quite a big issue, it's only one blemish in an otherwise great technical area. Not only does Dragon Ball FighterZ impress as a Dragon Ball game, but it sets the bar for fighting games in 2018. It gets a lot of things right in order to set that bar, while also giving Dragon Ball fans a game fondly worth their attention.